Today's segment of The Next Chapter is presented by Lexus. Experience amazing.
The difference between good and great is often in the details.
Hey Lexus, play my power playlist.
Technology that doesn't just connect, but inspires. With smooth performance and handling that work together to exhilarate. The 2023 Lexus ES. Every detail centered around you.
She's an Indian-born, American-raised singer, songwriter, and actress. Lisa Mishra has been making moves since 2007 when she launched her own YouTube channel at age 13. What followed were collabs with Chance the Rapper, DJ Khaled, and Bollywood projects like Veere the Wedding and Good News. This year, she released her debut album, Sorry I'm Late, and has a standout track in Ananya Pandey's hit Prime Video series, Call Me Bae.
Hi, this is Lisa Mishra, and you're watching AVS TV.
You know, we have every time seen you giving these fabulous tracks on your mic and being recognized for all your music tracks. Now, being on this side of the camera, with mics here, and facing the camera as an actor, tell me, how does it feel? Is this a transition very smooth enough for you? Or
as of today, with all my mic issues, I think my careers are, battling against each other. But it's been, I think it's just an expansion of my creative self.
Don't babe me. मैं कब से मधुलिका के साथ follow up कर रही हूँ and she keeps postponing. And you know what? I can see why. जो तुमने आज किया, उसमें क्या national interest था? Why the hell would the nation want to know this?
What's been really great is that I feel like all artists like to add more and more things to their repertoire. We are forever thinkers, always inspired. So the fact that I get to do two things at once, because I have music in the show as well,
right,
that I've composed and sung, I think it just was an inevitability that I would end up being able to multiply on what I already do.
Was it easy, challenging to break this established image, to go away from the mold and go for something?
Very
like
tough. It's very tough to have a certain respect in one space for as long as I have been in music. And more than respect, just that people know you only from this one space. And for me, I started on YouTube when I was 13 years old. And that fan base has been with me for so long. And they've always, it was funny because even for them, when I transitioned out of my bedroom with a guitar into making real songs, they had a hard time transitioning just from that to this. Now I'm like, guys, now I act. Take me seriously. So it's actually pressure on the audience.
Exactly.
They're like, we don't know how to digest this, but I really, really hope that I've done justice to my role. And I'm just gonna let the work speak for itself. Yeah. I'm not gonna ask them to love me. I'm just gonna be like, you decide.
क्यों कर रही हो ऐसा हलीम?
क्या?
तुम मुकुल और एसएस की साइड क्यों ले रही हो?
I only side with TRP.
So you think सारी लड़कियां झूठ बोल रही हैं? अपनी आंखें खोलो हलीम। बहन को नाम की कोई चीज होती है ना? What are you hiding on SS's computer?
मेरे पास ये फालतू बकवास के लिए टाइम नहीं।
Tell me, what was the starting point for this? What memory are you taking away from this whole experience?
Oh my God, I think the starting point, this is going to be traumatic for my manager who's in the room, is the night that we submitted my audition. It was 48 hours of a workflow nonstop. We were landing from a show, a concert of mine I had finished. I had to basically come home, immediately in 1.5 hours, deliver my audition, get on a flight to Jaipur, which I couldn't miss or be late to because I had a 6 a.m. music video shoot in another city. So I had a window of 1.5 hours, and this is a 2-person scene, my audition. So I had to call, I was like, anyone that can come and just read opposite me. It was the most hectic audition process ever, and I never looked at the tape again because I was so convinced there's no chance I've done this well. And I don't know what they saw, I'm glad they did, see something in me to work with. Maybe it was that lack of preparation, just a stroke of dumb luck and felt natural. Maybe that's what happened.
Maybe that's what they wanted.
Yeah.
The Confessional ka 100th episode. Why don't we have two guests instead of one this time. Mukul and Bay. Kind of like a face-off between them.
You know, it's not every day we see this, not just stellar, but a very good-looking cast. Let's start with Ananya. Do you see any shades of Bay in her, or is she like totally opposite of
You know
what the
what's
character
crazy?
is?
I think a lot of people mistake her for being frivolous. She's incredibly grounded and very deep, and one of the most like real people, very wholesome and well raised, and you know, she's a very, very, very real person who's very serious most of the time. And I think that's what is the biggest difference between her and Bay. I think Bay has, you know, sweet and soft parts about her, but overall takes things lightly in life. Ananya is very dedicated to her life, her job, her relationships, her family, her friendships, everything. So I'm like, they're worlds apart in terms of depth. I think Ananya Pandey, the person's very deep. But where they're similar is both girls really know how to have fun and crack a joke, especially about themselves. And so much so that they took lines out of her real life, right?
Oh, yes.
And because they were like, you know, she can take the joke. I think it's really big of her to make fun of herself.
बाध्यता मतलब मजबूरी मैडम, जिसकी वजह से जुआ वाला रमी भी खेलना पड़ता है।
मजबूरियों से मैं गुजर रही हूँ भैया।
आपकी मजबूरी जहाँ शुरू होती है, वहाँ तक पहुँचना ही तो हमारा सपना है।
Where have I heard that one before?
जहाँ हमारे सपने पूरे होते हैं वहाँ इनका स्ट्रगल शुरू होता है.
You know, since the show is called Call Me Bay, tell me what are the names that you have been most commonly called by, or nicknames?
Teacher, and in a good and bad sense.
Happy Teacher's Day, by the way.
Happy Teacher's Day to me. My entire gang of musicians that I work with thinks that I am too much of like a control freak. So
Should I dive deeper here, or
I don't know. I think this is it's going to turn into a therapy session. So I have some micromanaging issues. So we have a scoff from the crowd from my manager in the distance, but I think definitely my nickname, for better or worse, is Teacher. It's good because I have high expectations and I like everyone to be organized. It's bad because I am ruthless if I don't see that come out in the product.
Independent में करती मेरा तू तेरा हम दोनों है way up. जिसको जो कहना वो कहे ना लेना ना देना we way up. तू ही मेरा last, तू ही पहला, तू ही मेरा रात तू सवेरा. परिवार लगे जब तू हाथ पकड़े मेरा, चल साथ दे तू मेरा. We way up, we way up, we way up.
Lisa, let's turn back the clock a little. How did a data analyst end up in this glamorous industry of music and arts?
Honestly, I like forgot I did that. Because today I'm talking now about like my third career at this point, from like so much stuff packed into like a very short few years. But I think that it's just hilarious to think that I had that job because it makes no sense in the scheme of what I do now. YouTube videos, being like, notice me, notice me, notice me, and no one did. And just when I was gonna give up, I had told my parents in April of 2018 that bas bahut ho gaya. I've tried a lot to make this happen, and for some reason the universe is not on my side. It's fine, I love music, but it can never be a career. 1 month later, Tarifa happened. I basically posted this video, went to sleep, unbothered, and I had actually kind of made up my mind that was gonna be my last. My last like consistent posting and trying this as like a potential career. And I woke up the next morning and my life had literally changed. I just opened my inbox and you see messages that are like Riya Kapoor, and she had the most hilarious message to me. Hi, this is Riya Kapoor. I'm a producer from India. I'm like, I know who you are.
ਹੋਰ ਦੱਸ ਕਿੰਨੀਆਂ ਤਾਰੀਫਾਂ ਚਾਹੀਦੀਆਂ ਤੈਨੂੰ ਹੋਰ ਦੱਸ ਕਿੰਨੀਆਂ ਤਾਰੀਫਾਂ ਚਾਹੀਦੀਆਂ ਤੈਨੂੰ ਹੋਰ ਦੱਸ ਕਿੰਨੀਆਂ ਤਾਰੀਫਾਂ ਚਾਹੀਦੀਆਂ ਤੈਨੂੰ ਹੋਰ ਦੱਸ ਕਿੰਨੀਆਂ ਤਾਰੀਫਾਂ ਚਾਹੀਦੀਆਂ ਤੈਨੂੰ
We're going to also see you soon in Netflix Royals.
Yes.
What can you tell us about that?
I can't tell you guys anything other than the fact that if you've seen the cast announcement, it is heavy. It is a very stacked
good
show.
looking.
Very good looking, and it's, you know, multi-generational. We have 3 generations of beloved actors in the show. You have Zeenat Aman, and you also have, you know, Milind Soman, and then you also have Bhumi Ishan. So you're seeing every level, every generation being represented. So there's something in there for everybody.